When the world needed him most, Masahiro Sakurai comes out of nowhere to give us this Kirby Air Riders Direct. Hey guys, it's Cyanize here. Today we're going to be talking about Kirby Air Riders, and I'm kind of glad I waited this long to talk about this game, not only because my uploads are usually on Fridays, but also because my thoughts kind of changed on the game. At one point, I kind of thought that this game wouldn't be interesting enough. What was shown in this Direct wasn't really that appealing and wasn't worth the $70, and I don't think it is worth the $70, but I have definitely come around on the game since my initial thoughts, so I'm kind of glad I waited on that aspect. But before we get into that, I do just want to quickly say I am so sorry about this week. I had a big video planned for this Friday. I won't get into the details, but I did have a big video that was supposed to come out this Friday. It has to be pushed back. I am so sorry. As I'm recording this, I am recording this Wednesday night, and I leave for a trip Thursday morning. Yeah, I don't have time to work on this big video. I did put a pretty decent dent into it, but I need more time to work on it. I really want to make it funny, and I really want to make it hilarious. So be patient with me, guys. For now, we're just going to talk about Kirby Air Riders. I hope that is okay with you guys. Now, before we get into Kirby Air Riders, I just want to applaud Sakurai because, oh my goodness, you know, anybody who's watched the Super Smash Brothers Directs and, you know, the DLC character reveal videos and all that stuff, this guy's hilarious. This is a man who loves creating video games, loves talking about video games, loves yapping about video games. I don't know, man. What's not to love about this guy? I know people obsess over him in regards to Smash Brothers, but he's just a funny guy, you know, on his YouTube channel, on Nintendo, on stage. Like, he is such a funny guy. He is a gamer that loves to make games and loves to talk about games, and I am all here for it. And of course, with Sakurai directing this game, it means that this game is going to be filled with complete nonsense, overstimulating details, and crazy shenanigans, and we got that here and more. So let us get into it. So at the start of the Direct, I was kind of a little worried, and this is kind of my main reason why I didn't really have a strong opinion on the game. He kind of goes into the mechanics of the game for the first thing, which honestly, in hindsight, I see why he did that. He kind of wanted to, like, you know, transition us into the more crazy stuff. But initially going into this Direct, it was kind of a little interesting because we're like looking at this, right? And we're like wondering, okay, what's the big thing with Kirby Air Riders? We already have Mario Kart World on the Nintendo Switch too. So, you know, what's the big thing with Air Riders? We already know it's going to be a racing game. What's the big thing? And it's kind of funny because he makes a comment on that later. It's another reason we love this man, because he's self-aware. And he even questions too. He's like, Nintendo, why am I dropping this game? Even though Mario Kart World's a thing. And, you know, I can kind of see why he wants to do it now. Because this game, I mean, honestly, if you had to pick a kart racer that you'd prefer to buy, I see most people gravitating to Mario Kart World. But this game kind of stands on its own feet in a different way, because it has very simplistic controls compared to Mario Kart World, which I would argue is already pretty simplistic controls. But as we'll see later on, we'll see that the gameplay itself is so chaotic. So it's kind of weird. It kind of mixes really well with the controls being simple, with it only being one button and, unfortunately, a second button. That part of the Direct was hilarious, by the way. I don't know if the original GameCube game was like that on purpose, with that mindset in mind, with the controls being simple and then the gameplay being extreme. But the gameplay here is so extreme. I could see why they wanted to explain the mechanics first before they went into anything, because then you see Sakurai going through a race, and it felt like motion blur. He gave us a warning to tell us to stand back a little bit before he showed us a race in this game, and I can see why. This game might be a little overstimulating in my personal opinion, but there is a slow mode, so, you know, it's okay. Maybe it's not too bad. I don't know. I never played the original, so I don't know how crazy this can get, but I do know for a fact that this game is definitely crazier than the original, because, oh my god, for some reason they decided to break Kirby conventions. All the characters can just have copy abilities now. What? Okay. I mean, that's a lot of crazy extra development time. You know, you're going to have Gooey with a sword. You know, you're going to have King Dedede throw out his hammer for a sword as well. Meta Knight's going to hold a hammer, probably. It's crazy. I appreciate the attention to detail and the extra work that went into giving every single character a copy ability. But oh my goodness, the poor devs, but I love it. I really do respect it a lot. I think it's really cool and awesome how they went out of their way to make sure that, yeah, you know, you don't have to play Kirby. You can play these other people as well. I mean, obviously each character has their own special move as well. So it's not just like Kirby's just the best character in the entire roster, but now also all the characters can use copy abilities. So now you don't have to pick Kirby. You don't have to pick the Mario of the game. You can play as Susie Planet Robobot and wreak havoc on the racetrack. But I guess I might as well transition into this as well. Oh my goodness, just back-to-back character reveals, and they're all in Super Smash Bros. Style. I'll get into that in a moment. But oh my goodness, dude, the character roster is already pretty insane in here. And I gotta say, I do appreciate the way they did this compared to Mario Kart World. I mean, yeah, sure, you have some NPC characters there like Waddle Doo and Knuckle Joe, and those characters are great and all, but I definitely appreciate that we also have some Kirby mainstays here like Susie, Maglore. Oh, and I guess the brandly new revealed Starman hero. I've seen so many Superman memes relating to this guy. I don't know why the Kirby series needed a Superman, or sorry, a Starman, but you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But I bring this up because, yeah, I do appreciate how all the newcomers or all the characters in this game aren't just random NPCs. There's also some Kirby characters in here too. Obviously the NPCs are Kirby characters, but you know what I mean. I just didn't appreciate how the majority of the newcomers were just NPC characters and not some like crazy new character like the Caterpillar from Mario Bros. Wonder or Cappy, just somebody other than a cow. And the cow is funny, don't get me wrong, but half the roster is just meme picks. And yeah, again, you can have your meme picks, but I just appreciate how this game also has some Kirby mainstays as well. And now all they gotta do is add Taranza from Kirby Triple Deluxe, and I will be a happy camper. Now, going back to what I said earlier about the Smash Brothers influence, I know everybody saw the direct and everybody picked up on it. And yeah, Sakurai directed Smash Brothers and he directed this game. And also the GameCube Kirby Air Riders was also like this as well. So it's not really new here. But yeah, there's a lot of Super Smash Brothers Ultimate influence here with various sound effects, some of the character models, some of the lighting, some of the text, just everything. There's a lot of references to Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Not that that's like a hint towards anything, of course, but I just think it's kind of interesting that they're kind of taking a lot of UI elements and a lot of things from Smash Ultimate. I mean, hey, they're pretty good resources. I do not blame them, but I do have to wonder if there's like a specific reason for it. I know Sakurai did kind of point that out a little bit in the direct, but I want to know more. I want to know more. Come on, Sakurai, just talk about it. It's so cool. I do really love the influence. I just think it's so cool. I just wanted to highlight that. I think it's super duper cool. Now, to be honest, before I move on to the city trial, I have to say, I don't know if I'm interested in the racing part of it. I do still think it is kind of a little overstimulating in my personal opinion. I don't know. It isn't grabbing me yet. And also just the fact that Mario Kart World is out and then Sonic Cross World is almost coming out. I don't know. The racing part of this game doesn't really entice me too much. I'll definitely have to try it and see it for myself before I really give my final thoughts on it. But needless to say, I'm really glad that Sakurai didn't just show this off, because then he talked about the city trial mode. And I know so many people that hype this mode up like it's the second coming of Arceus. So this mode is kind of similar to Smash Run on the 3DS, which is kind of funny because Smash Run is also kind of what City Trial originally was on the original GameCube Kirby Air Riders. I think it's really funny how Kirby Air Riders and Smash Brothers just seems to reference each other and seems to constantly intertwine. I think that's really cute and funny. But going into the mode itself, they show off the brand new map, Skya. It is so hard not to make a Fortnite joke. I'm not gonna do it, but I kind of want to. But yeah, he just kind of goes all into this mode. He talks about the various events that can happen. You can just have a shower of Gordos come out of the sky and kill you, because why not? You run around, you get boosts and whatnot. You try to power up your machine. You can compete in a mini battle royale if you want to. I think that's so funny considering that this is kind of a battle royale. But if you want bigger rewards, you can get into a baby battle royale. I don't know if that's what you should call it. Though, interestingly enough, on the topic of powers, I think it's kind of interesting. Sakurai kind of mentioned this, but if you get too much of a power on a vehicle or combination that you don't want, it might mess up your combo a little bit. So it's kind of funny. Like in Smash Run, it didn't really matter what power ups that you got. Like you could just get any power up that you wanted. Pretty much everything you collected was good. But apparently in Kirby Air Riders, according to Sakurai, if you collect power-ups and they don't really correspond with your machine or your character or all this other stuff, etc., it might mess up your combination. It might mess you up in the final race. And I think that's kind of interesting. So you don't want to needlessly go and collecting every power-up if you can, if you can help it, But outside of that, I don't really have much to share that Sakurai kind of didn't already talk about. This mode looks awesome. It's really freaking cool. I love all the details for it. I love that if you queue up into a mini game and nobody else joins, you just win. You just win by default, and Kirby just does a cute little animation for it. I love the stupid stuff like this. I think it's mad hilarious. But outside of that, there's not really much to talk about here. They did reveal a random shadow entity that kind of looks like King Dedede and Dark Matter. I don't know what that is. It seems like a lot of other people also don't know what that is, so I guess we'll just have to find that out with time. But overall, a really fun direct, and I'm really glad that Sakurai presented it in this way, because we pretty much knew nothing about this game. But I am so glad that he presented it this way, and I'm so glad that we kind of know a little bit more about this game. And it's coming out in late November, so I'm really excited to play it. One thing I will say, though, before I end this video, though, is that I don't know if at the moment there's enough content to justify the $70 price tag. I know $70 price tag for Nintendo games is kind of the norm going forward, I've noticed. But with this game in particular, I am not sure, now that I'm really thinking about it and really thinking about how much of a fun time I might have. But as of now, as of all the information that's been revealed, I don't know if this game will be worth it per se. Definitely better than Mario Kart World. I mean, I still cannot believe that game is $80. And hey, I will say the graphics look amazing. The gameplay looks amazing. Everything about this game is well polished and whatnot. I kind of worry that there isn't going to be much to do with this game. But this game does come out in November, so I could be proven wrong. But I'm basically just explaining my initial thoughts and why I'm not entirely on board with this game. But this game does look objectively awesome, and I cannot wait to try it. And I can imagine Kirby fans as well are really over the moon about this game. As a Kirby fan myself, this is awesome. And I really appreciate that Sakurai beat the only plays the old Kirby game allegations. You know, he added characters from Planet Robobot, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, etc., etc. So yeah, I really do appreciate that as well, because a lot of people thought that Sakurai just hated some of the newer Kirby games, so I don't know. I think that's cool. I know it's a really unrelated thing, but I just wanted to bring it up. But what do you guys in the comments think about Kirby Air Riders? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. I'm always down to have a discussion down there. Might not respond right away because I am going to be out of town for a bit, but I will get back to that comment section as soon as I get back. Stay hydrated, stay cool, and I will see you all in another video. Bye-bye!